Welcome back to the tutorial series. This is the second part. Then, after the the e-learning administrator have set up the initial parameters, that means the current term and session. Then other teacher can now log in and upload their lesson content. Now, I want to log in using a sample teacher email address and password. This is just for demonstration purpose. It's not a real data will not be used here. So click on sign in. Upon successfully signing by the teacher, the allocated portal for the teacher will be displayed. In this case, the resource processing portal and the e-learning staff portal. Now the teacher can now log into the e-learning staff portal and start uploading his or her lesson content or lesson material or lesson notes by clicking on e-learning staff portal. Then the portal will be loaded. Then from the left navigation menu, we click on upload lessons. If a mobile device is being used, the screen will look something like this. The menu is located around this place. The hamburger is located here. So click on upload lesson. Then click on add subject. Based on the subject that has been allocated to the teacher in the result processing portal, in the main admin portal. So for example, let's demonstrate that of our JS1A business studies. Click on submit. So the subject has now been added. Now we can now begin to upload the lesson content. For example, now it's reading 0 module or 0 week on 0 topic or 0 lesson. You can now set up the lesson content. Don't forget the time and session, the teacher name, the published status. The published status initially will be draft. So draft lessons will not be seen by students when they log into their respective portal until it has been published. When the uploading of the lessons are okay, then it can now be set to publish here. But for now, since the lesson we just start to populate the lesson, let us complete the lesson. It is advisable that all the lesson content will have been completed before the lesson is published. Now let us now continue by setting up the lesson content. We click on set up lesson content link here. Click on that. It will bring the set up lesson content screen page where we can set the lesson content. For example, we are using example of this lesson note, e-lesson note, subject business studies. We want to populate business studies for JS1 first term 2024 and 2025 academic session. So the lesson notes is here. We have they are in weeks and topics. So for example, now to set up the weeks, I click on add new week, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6. So as the case may be. So if there are more than that, you just continue adding it as required. Now let me go back to the lesson notes, the e-note. The week 1 is introduction to business studies. So I will copy the topic, the topic here. Then is lesson 1. He said, please update title. We want to update. We click on the update link here. In the lesson title, we put in introduction to business studies. The published status for that lesson will put it as published. Then the lesson content can be now copied. I will now copy it from this place, from the document, the MS Word document that is located. Copy, then copy the lesson notes and paste by pressing Ctrl V. To copy, you press Ctrl C. To paste, you press Ctrl V. So now the lesson has now been, lesson 1 has been copied and pasted. The lesson note has been copied and pasted. You can click on update. After clicking on update, go back. So you can see now the week 1, lesson 1, Intro to Business Study has now been, click on update to see. So for example, now we can preview how it will look on student dashboard. This is how it will look. Close as the case may be. So let's go back now. So the lesson 1 has now been published. For example, now you want to add some quiz that the student want to get some feedback from the students, from they want to evaluate them based on some of two multiple choice questions. So we click on set quiz. So we're now in the quiz section for the Introduction to Business Study. This is 1, week 1, lesson 1. So now let's go back to the lesson content. You can now see that we have some multiple choice question here. You can set the multiple choice question here. The legal means for which people earn their living is called dash. They'll copy it, we'll paste it, then we copy the options, we paste it for A option, for B option, for C option, for D option, then we set the correct option here, if it is A or B or C or D. So if that one is done, click on update button here. Now these questions we have here are 5, but immediately we landed on the quiz page, it created only 1 question for us. How do we get the other 4 questions? We click on add new questions, then we specify, we enter the number of questions 4 to add to the one that is already there, making it 5, and click on add. You can see now it has added question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5. So we can preview all the questions. You can see now that only 1 question has been set, so we can now set other questions. So I will pause the video now and come back and continue when all the 5 questions has been set. Welcome back. All the questions have been set. If you try to look at the preview all questions now, you can see that all the 5 questions have been populated. We can add new questions as the case may be. If the questions are more than 5, we can delete any question at any point in time. We can delete one by one or delete multiple questions. We can preview the current question. In the quiz section, you can preview all. You now have deleted 1, now remaining 4. You can add more questions. We can import questions from Excel or Excel file or from SQL. We can also export question. For example, if I want to keep this question for future purpose, it can be downloaded and kept for future purpose. So this set past, mark and others is to enable candidates to progress to the next lesson when certain mark are scored. For example, if we put 50 here now, that means that for candidates to be able to, for students to be able to move to lesson 2, they must score 50% in the quiz after they have done they have read the lessons and they have attempt the quiz. If they must go to the next lesson, they must score 50%. So the system is trying to make sure that the students actually understand the subject matter before proceeding to the next lesson. That is about the setting of quiz. Thank you very much.